Mark Kirk, the Republican candidate for U.S. Senate, ducks questions today on the controversy surrounding his military record. Kirk appeared at a luncheon with other candidates, but then eluded reporters by going out a back door. Well, good evening, everybody. Kirk has been on the defense since acknowledgments that he did exaggerate his military record.
Yeah, today's event was actually Mark Kirk's first public appearance in several weeks. ABC 7 political reporter Charles Thomas joins us with what went on today. Charles?
Ron, Cheryl, it's not just his military record. There are new concerns that Congressman Kirk may have misremembered, as he puts it, his teaching career. Since the end of May, we have not been able to ask the senatorial candidate about any of it, and today was more of the same. It was Kirk's first public appearance in Chicago in 3 weeks. The Republican U.S. Senate candidate addressed an estimated 1,000 guests of the Metropolitan Planning Commission on their quest for livable communities.
I want to first frame the discussion and then move on to the questions.
Kirk did not mention the controversy that caught fire Memorial Day weekend surrounding alleged embellishments and exaggerations of his military records. And there was no response to a New York Times report quoting church officials who disputed Kirk's claim that he worked as a nursery school teacher in upstate New York. At the end of his speech today, the congressman and his entourage left the Hyatt ballroom through the kitchen. Witnesses say on the quick step.
Were they running?
I was just walking at a fan's face.
Reporters who chased Kirk to an underground loading dock caught nothing. Later, a campaign spokeswoman emailed he had other events on his schedule and walked out the door when the event was over.
Again, I think this goes to the fact that he's got some serious questions that he needs to answer.
The congressman's Democratic opponent, Illinois Treasurer Alexi Giannoulias, stopped and talked before his MPC appearance. The Giannoulias campaign was buoyed 2 hours later at a fundraiser attended by Vice President Joe Biden representing the White House.
From day one, they've been supporting this campaign. The president called me when I became the nominee, said they'd be helpful. That's what they're doing. I'm honored and excited to have their help.
Back at the Hyatt, the MPC audience was the largest so far during the campaign to hear Green Party candidate Lee Allen Jones. The most recent independent poll on the Senate race suggested Southsider Jones was favored by 14% of those surveyed.
I don't know how to talk about livable communities in 2040 when living in deadly communities in 2010.
It's not just his... the independent poll that showed Jones with 14% had Giannoulias and Kirk virtually tied at around 30%. The congressman's campaign was insistent late this afternoon, Ron and Cheryl, that he did not dodge or duck reporters. Nonetheless, he hasn't held anything close to a news conference since the embellishment scandal began at the end of May.
All right. Thank you for that, Charles.